Alright, so we already know the trolls is gonna troll. The trolls gonna love this. I do have a healing process that I am going through. I not only went through a kidnapping, I went through alcoholism, I went through depression, anxiety, like it's so many other things that's going on here, it's, I don't care. I don't care about your opinion. Not at all. You're gonna troll. I'm waiting for it. I just had a bomb-ass interview. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I went and picked up some shots first, and then I came to the park. I seen my guy. He was posted up with a lot of his homeboys, so I just kind of went a little distance away from him. And lo and behold, he came over, which I thought he would. That was expected. He came over, and he was basically asking me how the interview went. Interview went A1 day one. Like, I'm sitting here telling him how it went. Like, we got another contract under our belt. Like, shit bomb, right? I felt this energy. I'm a Libra. A whole Libra out here. So with that being said, like, I felt this energy and it was a little off to me. So I went ahead and dipped out. Right after he walked off, we had a little words. I ain't gonna hold y'all. We said a little something. And then he dipped off. And then I dipped off completely. Like, alright, nigga, I'm out. It feels so weird not having my nails, y'all. Like, I need the clackness of it. I need my nails. Anyway, they still cute as short nails. Anyway, that does not matter. So, boom, I pull off. I go down the street. Then I get a text message from him. Where'd you go? Like, basically, he looked up and I wasn't there. And I'm like, oh, I went to go park. Never said where I went to go park at. Just said I went to go park. And maybe 10, 15 minutes later, he's pulling up next to me. And I'm like, how the fuck did he know where the fuck I was? Question mark. 1. Anyway, backstory. The day prior, he had texted me and he wanted to do a AA meeting for the day of. And I agreed to it, but I agreed to it on some drunk shit. I was already drunk when he asked me, therefore, I really don't remember the next day. I had my interview. I went and parked after talking to him, and boom, he's like, where are you at? But then he pulls up on me, and it's just kind of like, why would you ask where am I at if you already knew where I was at? It's kind of weird. But anyway, it's not really that weird. Let me just be for real. I live in my motherfucking car. He knows where the fuck I live. I stay in the same area. It's not too hard to find me. So I'm not going to make that too weird, okay? So, boom. He pulls up, and he's like, we got a date, pretty much, like a AA meeting date. And I am genuinely not trying to go, you guys. At this point, I'm telling him I'm hungry. I want food. I don't want to go to this meeting. Like, I've never been to one of these meetings. I know I need this meeting. It has been very hard for me to stop drinking. I assume that this guy was actually trying to help me. Therefore, I am considering the fact of getting in his car and going with him to this AA meeting. Which I do get in his car. I've been with this man for 4 years at this point. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a random nigga, period. Get in the car. He takes me to this little restaurant. Something that when he was door dashing, I smelled the food. I was door dashing with him. I smelled the food and I was like, oh my God, that smells so good. I want it. It's garlic noodles. If you know garlic noodles, that you know. So I'm just saying, I wanted the motherfucking garlic noodles, but that was like weeks before. So that night, I was told that the AA meeting was on Eastern and Sunset, but towards that 7-Eleven over there, if you know where the airport is, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it was supposed to be over there. Just before that is the spot that sells the garlic noodles. He took me there first. not understanding why he took me there first, because we were supposed to be going to the AA meeting. So I'm like, why are we here? He's like, well, I know you like these noodles or whatever, so I wanted to bring you here so you can eat. I'm like, that's weird, but I ain't gonna say no to no food, because at the end of the day, I was trying to force the issue anyway, that I wanted to eat anyway. We go in, the guy greets us, and he greets us with the whole like whatever. I'm looking at the menu at this point, and I'm just kind of trying to figure it out. But in the midst of it, I look at his face, and I'm just kind of like, what's going on? I just see tears, and I'm like, why is he crying? Like, and I asked, like, what's going on? Why are you crying? He was like, I've never been greeted this way before. Question mark? I don't understand. Wait, question mark. I really don't understand. So, okay. The greeter was kind of confused because he sees his tears too. We're standing at the counter. I look at him, he looks at me, and I'm just kind of like, like, I feel stupid. Like, I want to be able to defend my nigga, but at the end of the day, I genuinely don't know what's going on. So I'm just like, I just shrugged my shoulders, and I placed an order. I just placed an order. I told him what I wanted. FYI, y'all, I never got to eat those noodles. It's a longer story. You're going to have to do part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in order to understand this story, okay? But I'm just saying, right after that, he goes to the restroom. He excuses himself, and he goes to the restroom. And he's like, he comes out. Initially, he is a gentleman. So he pulls my chair out for me to sit down. And I tell him, FYI, I got the food to go. I do not want to sit here and eat because I don't even know how to feel right now. So I let him know that I got the food to go. With that being said, pulls my chair out. He sits down. We sit down. And we're waiting on the food. The food comes out. He, thanks him. And I thank him when we get in the car. As soon as we get in the car and we take off. All right, so I'm out of court, y'all. So I'm going to do this little story time real quick. So we are leaving the restaurant. I'm sorry, y'all. I was crying. I got a little message and got a little emotional. And anyway, so leaving the restaurant, right? He gets on Eastern going towards Windmill, going that way, right? And he starts swerving through all 3 lanes. Before we pass the airport, I'm already trying to hop the fuck up out the car. I'm like grabbing, I got food in his hand and I'm trying to hop out the car, right? As he sees me trying to hop out the fucking car, he grabs my braids. I had 5 braids in my head at this time. He grabs my braids and brings me down into his lap. I'm in the passenger seat. He brings me back. When he brings me back, he's choking me as well. So he gets me in his lap. He's choking me. I pass out. Y'all remember that old school shit we used to do back in the day and pass each other out? I passed out once we got to the back of in that alley right there on Sunset and Eastern. We were right behind that in that alley right there by the 7-Eleven. If you know, you know. Anyway, we're back there, but he kind of has the car pent up on the wall. When I come to, because I didn't know I was passed out. When I come to, I'm in full-fledged, like, first of all, you guys if you know me, you know me. I tussle. I tried to tussle at this point. I come to, and I'm just like, I look around. First thing first, I try to hop out the car. That's when I realized I was pent in the car. Can't hop out. I have the food still in my hand, you guys. So I hit him with the food. His glasses fly off. That's one plus for me because this nigga's blind as fuck. So I'm like, all right, his glasses is off. He takes off. Now we're back on the street. I'm like, fuck, dude. So I'm holding on to the little thing, the little thing right there, right? I ain't got one over here. I got one over there. Anyway, I'm holding on to the little thing, and we're going back on the street, but he turns into this business center that's right behind the fucking 7-Eleven. We drive to the back. Ain't nobody back there. We're right across the street from Sunset. And Sunset Park. So, boom. I already know. Yeah. I already know what I'm in for because I see the situation. Let's be for real. Again, I tussle. I try to tussle. But in this case, I really can't. I don't know what it was that day. He got the best of me from the gate. And I couldn't come back from that. Normally, I'm able to tussle my way up out of some shit. I could not come back from it. We're back. Wait a minute, y'all. I did leave something out. So when he pulled up on me and I got out my car and got in his, I noticed that he had liquor in the car. Mind you, he doesn't drink liquor. He's a beer guy. So, and he's really like a 3 beer a day type of guy. You feel me? So he don't get intoxicated like that. So it was kind of weird that I seen the liquor. And then soon as we drove off, he downed it. Okay? I left that out. All right, y'all. So that's the end of part 1. I will be back with part 2. Stay tuned. I am not the greatest storyteller, okay? So I left out that this happened February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. I typically do not spend Valentine's Day with my men. Like, I've always been like that. Like, it's not a day I want to spend with you. I want to spend it alone or with my kids. It's my dad's birthday. It's really not one of those days that I really care for. I'm not like the other girls, okay?